Welcome back to Top 5 Auto Repairs. Today's topic, I'm going to show you guys how to quickly test for a bad knock sensor. To quickly test for a bad knock sensor, all you need is some jumper wires, a very basic multimeter, a hammer, a sledge, or any object you can use, and maybe a vise. So basically, a knock sensor is a piezoelectric sensor, and it produces some sort of current when it detects some sort of vibration. Since a knock sensor is a listening device, its job is basically to detect strong vibration and knocking noises and odd noises coming from the engine block. Typically, you'll find a knock sensor mounted somewhere on the engine block or somewhere on the cylinder head. So let's begin. So basically, I have this knock sensor mounted on this vise over here. And what you want to do is you want to connect the ground side, or basically the body of the knock sensor, to the negative part of the multimeter, and the positive side to the center part of the knock sensor. Afterward, you want to set your voltmeter to voltage, or your multimeter to voltage. Since the knock sensor detects vibration and knocking noise, so basically when that occurs, it's going to cause this piezoelectric sensor or knock sensor to produce some sort of current. So let's try to create some sort of knocking noise. So the purpose of the knock sensor is to detect pre-ignition or spark knock coming from the engine, most likely from the engine block. So basically when that happens, the computer is going to adjust timing. So every time like a spark knock occur, it's going to create some sort of current. It's going to send a signal to the computer, and again, it's going to adjust timing. Let's begin with the test. Let's pretend this is the engine block, and we're going to use a sledgehammer to mimic knocking noise coming from the engine, basically spark knock or detonation. When that happens, there should be current. As you can see, this knock sensor did not always produce current when I hit the sledgehammer, because this knock sensor is actually failing, and so far I consider it to be intermittent failure. So next, what I'm going to check is resistance. So basically, you should have some sort of resistance reading when checking the knock sensor. If you don't get any resistance reading, then you know your knock sensor is most likely shorted, or internally it just failed. So over here, I have two knock sensors, and I already know for a fact that both are bad because they're triggering knock sensor codes, and I have already tested it already. So I'm just going to show it to you guys as a demonstration. So first, I always make sure your connection are good by touching the lead together. Next, take one of your knock sensor, take the positive side, put it on one connection. Take the ground side, put on the body of the knock sensor. You should get some sort of resistance reading. If there's no resistance, that means the knock sensor is shorted, and most likely it is faulty. Next, let's take your other knock sensor. Do the same thing. Again, I'm going to check for readings. If there's no reading, this one's probably also bad. You also want to make sure your test is accurate by, again, checking for continuity. If there's no continuity, check your lead, your connection, and make sure it is functioning properly and the wires are not loose on the multimeter. Next, you want to make sure the wires are good by checking continuity. So what I have here, I have a probe onto one of the terminal. I'm going to probe the other side, and I'm going to check for continuity. If there's no continuity, then you know your wires are bad. As you can see here, I already broke the wires already. Connections, not the wire, but the connections. The plastic's so brittle. It's already falling apart on me already. That's how brittle it is. So that's also a common problem. Since this is mounted near the engine or on the engine block, it's going to become very brittle due to engine heat. I hope you found this video useful. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to Top 5 Auto Repairs.